It began because of my heritage from Pakistan. I called God Allah and I prayed on a Masala. I fasted and paid charity and kept searching for further clarity. My heart longed for more because all my tears did but pour. I spent 3 days on Jamaat and ironed my Juba so I looked smart. I grew a beard and wore the traditional Imama, but in all honesty it seemed to bring me drama. I went out to spread the word to invite to God's way, but all we seemed to do is speak to Muslims all day. I used to cry for the people who never got the message, and when I asked why Muslims seemed to be aggressive, my journey started to change when I sought God's guidance. That's when I was no longer falling short to the devil's defiance. I studied the Quran like it was life and death, and some people thought it was crazy, maybe taking crystal meth. The Quran mentioned the Torah and the Gospel. I studied so hard people thought I belonged in a mental hospital. With jokes aside, I put away my pride. I followed that silent voice that was deep inside. The message and the miracle I read of Jesus, it was like music to my ears, it suddenly brought tears. Tears of joy and moments of refinement. This is when my heart came into true alignment. The Quran says that Jesus is the Saviour, but when I mentioned this, Muslims seemed to change their behaviour. They were so obsessed to being a clone to Muhammad, I started to realise how deep the root was planted. Promoted by fear, that's all I used to hear. But God is full of mercy, compassion and light. But why was it that it was such a great fight? I searched for many years and didn't feel His pleasure. I started to realise that's not where He hid His real treasure. I felt so alone in my journey within Islam. When I asked questions, I was shown the palm. Don't go too deep, they always quoted, and far away from them I floated. Stranded spiritually, had nowhere to go, but then a silent voice in my heart started to flow. Follow me, for this is the true path. Don't focus on others, because all they would do is laugh. The journey of a seeker is my true calling, and that was the moment God stopped me falling. Holding onto His rope, He filled me with hope. Each step closer, feeling free and full. From that moment on, my life became bountiful. Not within material or riches, but within God's image, He painted a perfect picture. It was so clear that I knew my promised land was near. That was the moment I lost my fear. I still am crying out to be free, and this was my heart's true plea. I have it right all in front of me, still my covered eyes cannot see. Then I realised I was waiting for Jesus to set me free. He is the light and the way, and that's why I'm waiting for you to return one day.